Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Irwin number 1128ZR. This is a 1024 National Course plug style tap. It's a tap is what it is. 1024 is the thread type. NC, National Course is what I understand this to be the typical 1024 thread that you would have because it's 24 threads per inch and number 10 is the size. Now it's a plug tap, and we're going to talk in a moment about what the different types of tap ends are. And you won't want to just always use the one type, even though you probably could use always the one type. But there may be an application. There's an application where I need to use a bottoming tap. So that's what our tap looks like. Just trying to get the camera to focus for us there. Okay. See the threads a little bit. The important thing is at the tip of the tap, you can see that there are about three or four threads before it really starts to thread completely. That has everything to do with the fact that this is defined as a plug style tap. And again, 1024. Let's switch to the screen view and let's take a closer look at all of the supporting documentation. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Here is the item that we are looking at. Generic image from the factory here. Let's take a look at some actual photographs. That's the packaging. These are priced per tap. There are times when they're sold in multiples of 5 only. There are other times when they're not. At the time of this video, you can buy in any quantity, but you're looking at a package of 5, what that looks like from the factory. And here's a close-up of our tap. 1024. It's a number 25 in terms of the size. Drill that's required. We'll confirm that in a moment. Close up there on the tip, you can really see how those taps, those threads start. So it looks like about 5 or so before you're really into the full tap thread. Backside, and then of course the engraving that's on it. Now, okay, ideal for routine maintenance, repair work, and for rethreading where high accuracy and tolerance is not exactly critical. If you're doing typical 1024, this would be what you would need. Straight flutes are ground to provide rapid chip removal for efficient threading. That would be all these hollowed out areas or these scalloped out areas so that you can cut but eject the particulate out so that it doesn't prevent you from threading accurately. Designed for hand threading work in a variety of materials. Taps produce a Class 2B thread. It's a 1024 National Course. Now they show the different types of taps here, and what we'll do is we'll look at that in the product brochure, but first the reference guide. This is really a chart that I use when I need to know what size drill bit to use for a specific tap that I'm running. And on that first page, if you're going to create a 1024 National Course or 1024 set of holes or tapped holes, you want to use a number 25 drill bit. That's a wire size. As you can see, it's a little bit smaller than a 5/32, a little bit bigger than a 9/64. You're definitely going to want to use the proper size, as it makes the difference between either really struggling to get holes tapped if you're drilling a hole that's too small, all the way to a lack of complete mating of the male into the female tap and tapped hole when you've used a drill bit that's too large. I've tapped lots of holes, and I can speak from experience that you want to use not only the proper diameter, but you want to be able to use the proper tap for the application. The rest of this document is more pages of the drill and tap reference guide for your review. The last page is a reference in terms of cutting speeds based on what you are drilling through. It doesn't come into play in terms of anything that I do when I modify a piece of hardware one way or another, or create something to be used as a fixture for modifying hardware. But if you're doing work like locksmithing work, especially safe and vault work, the speed at which you drill, the force with which you drill, what you use to drill into the base material that you're drilling into all conspires into a lot of science well beyond my ability to grasp. But there's certainly literature out there that talks about it. So there you go. Now that product brochure, that's going to have all things tap and die related, 46 pages worth. But that first page talks about the difference of types of taps. So the ones that you're going to bump into is the plug tap. It's got 3 to 5 chamfered threads, most common. It's what you're going to bump into. It's what you're going to end up using. If you are needing to, in my experience, if you need to ensure a very straight hole has been tapped, I like the taper tap because I get more of the tool inside of the hole because there's 8 to 10 threads worth of penetration that I'll get before I have to start turning the tool to create the threads. So I like that when I really have to tap straight. There are times when I need to tap blindly into a piece of material that I can't breach through the other side, and I will absolutely use a bottom tap for doing that. Okay. The self-aligning tap is obviously for tapping straight every time. I find that the taper tap works well for that as well. Okay. The rest of this catalog, you will certainly find all things drill and tap related. I'm going to copy this part number and do a find function on the keyboard, and you'll find the table where this tap is located along with all of its sister products here as well. If you want the bottom tap for this, here's the part number. It's a 1228. Okay. Taper style, self-aligning style. You get the picture. You want to do an 832, a quarter 20. There you go. Very handy document. Speaking of handy documents, there's a link below this video here to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Irwin products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, but that handy document is the full product catalog here, and then a link to their website. Let's wrap up this video on camera. In conclusion, I'm partial to the name Irwin. It's not only because I'm a distributor, it's because I use the products personally and can attest to the high performance of much of the product line. I have my master tap kit right there in that blue, the 2 little yellow clips on it. I don't use hardly all of those sizes, but it's nice to have them. This is what a pack of 5 looks like. This client happened to order 5. If you were to order some multiple other than 5, we're going to cut it out of the package, at least for now, or until that policy changes. If you have any questions on the Irwin 1228ZR, this is a plug style 1024 tap, or any other Irwin product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you very much. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.